So what do you really need to understand about absorption rates, days of inventory, supply and demand? Hey guys, Matt Farnham here, leader of Team Farnham here at Crown Point Realty, and I wanted to explain this deeper. On my market updates I'll send out consistently to my clients. I'll talk about how many months supply of homes are on the market, absorption rates and things like this, but I really wanted to take this further. So it's not so simple as saying that there's 2.7 months of inventory on the market. So Clark County right now, there's 2.7 months of inventory on the entire market. But the reason why that's misleading is because, for example, just homes that are above 500,000 to a million, those are 5.3 months of inventory in Las Vegas right now. So to say that in 2.7 months, if no more homes got listed in the valley, we would literally sell out of everything on the market, that's not really true, because a lot of those homes would still be available because the demand for that price point isn't as big. I hope that makes sense. So let me unpack this for you and why everything is unique to your home and your neighborhood. So just like price per square foot or average home prices, people all the time want to pin me down and say, hey Matt, what's my home worth? What's the average price per square foot? Well, the problem is do you have a pool? Do you have a gated neighborhood? Do you have incredible upgrades? Or maybe that's the norm for the neighborhood and you don't have any of those things. So there's obviously a lot of variables, and the same thing's true with days on market and supply of homes. So let me give you some examples. Let's say that right now in Las Vegas, you want to search the whole valley and you want a one-story home with a three-car garage and a pool. So a very desirable criteria, one-story, three-car garage and a pool. Last month, 118 of those properties sold. Currently, there's 387 of those properties available, which means there's a 3.3 months supply, okay? Now, if we take that same criteria, which is a very desirable criteria, and we say, hey, let's keep the budget under 500,000, a little bit harder to find. A home like that, there's only a 1.3 month supply, so almost a third of the homes available as far as month supply, if you take it under 500,000, because it's harder to find. So if you have that criteria of a home in a community or neighborhood where your average price points are under 500,000, you're going to expect your home to sell very quickly because it's hard to find a home with those parameters in that budget. Versus if you are in a neighborhood above 500,000, that's a little bit more common and your home might not fly off the market quite as fast, all right? So maybe a more relevant example that will apply to a lot more folks is going to be your more standard 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage property, okay? So if you're looking for a 2-story home, 3-bed, 2-bath, 2-car garage under 300,000, which is that sweet spot in Las Vegas, there's really a pretty good line in the market right now. Homes under 300 are moving very quickly. A lot bigger demand there, of course, but there's a 1.8 month supply of homes with that criteria. So 1.8 month supply, but if I take that same criteria and I just put it above 400,000, not 500, above 400,000, that 1.8 month supply goes to 5 months supply. So you can see how huge of a factor, not just the parameters of the home is, but the price range, of course, because of how many folks in our market can afford that price point. So as you can see, there's so many variables of what's unique to your home, what's the neighborhood, do you have a pool, do you have a gated neighborhood, do you have that 3-car garage, is there something that sets you apart? And if not, that's fine, but we just have to look, what's our real direct competition, most like your home, in that price range at the time you hit the market, and that's a major influence of what the advice is, of what price you should list your home at, and marketing strategy and so forth. So just wanted to unpack that further than I usually get a chance to do. I hope this makes sense and is informative for you. So share it if you know anybody that you think would find value in this. And I'll leave you with this, that whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is you're working on, do it at a level 10 and live with the results. Thanks.